What's up, guys? Welcome to TFGoose Gaming. I'm TFGoose here with Vendetta and bringing you number 5, Cinco de Five-O, the fifth, right, of our tourism gambling playthrough here. So starting things off this time in Vendetta City here, and just I guess a little disclaimer here. Yeah, sorry about the little bit of a delay on the video here, but once again we were cursed with a little bit of technical difficulties, so Vendetta had to do a little re-record here of his section, but we're putting that together with my video here to bring you number 5. So looking like you're got a pretty nice city going here, man. I mean, is that your pro stadium there? It's up back, yeah, that's running and everything?
Yeah, the pro stadium's back up and running. I also have the Expo Stadium maxed out with 3 landmarks, and things are just humming along quite nicely. I ended up putting down a super duper fire station because I don't know what's up with this, but since a couple patches ago, I seem to have a lot of fires and they start burning my buildings down. Oh, you can see one right there in the background.
Oh, yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, it's good. Good timing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not a small fire.
No, that's one of those infernos. I think. Yeah, well, there it is. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Oh, the carnage.
So my income, as you guys can see, has went down a little bit, but that's okay because I'm having a lot more tourists come through, and it's just mad fireness everywhere. There's even a fire sale.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. For anyway, you Die-Hard 4 fans, all 6 of you.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening right here. Like, I just loaded it in, you guys saw me, and all of a sudden, like, 8 buildings are burning down. I'm like, WTF, mate.
It's like you had a meteor shower, but didn't, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's, well, what are you going to do? But, I mean, is your, like, traffic starting to become a thing at all? I mean, look at you. You got a crazy fire station going there, and they can't keep up with this? Come on, guys.
Yeah. I finally decided to put a helicopter just because they refuse to fight fire.
Apparently. Seriously.
I mean, traffic is a bit of an issue. It's not completely terrible, like it's not super congested, but I do have quite a bit of taxis, and that's again just due to the tourism influx. You'll actually see me flash to the number here in a minute. But I mean, other than that though, the city is running really well. I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, and you know, as you were saying, yeah, your per hour income dropped somewhat. You know, I imagine just from, you know, like increasing services and such and stuff like that. But when you're able to run those events, you know, you put down, you know, a 6-figure event, then who cares? You know, I mean, you can have a little bit reduced income there. I mean, I don't think I would feel really comfortable about running a city in the red, really.
Oh, no, you know? I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I mean, if it hit red, I'd start freaking out, you know, a little bit. But I think that as long as you're positive, you know, and healthfully so, I mean, 11K an hour is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's fine. You know.
Yeah, it's no 32K an hour, but I mean, I'm not doing too bad. I should point out as well, if you guys didn't see it there in the background, I also decided to put down a university. I just wanted to kind of toy around with it and see how much of a difference education would make in this city. Because, you know, it basically makes your sims more efficient. We'll just leave it at that. I mean, we've explained that multiple times, but you know, I was curious, and all my industry there you can see has upgraded into the high tech, which should be more profitable, but I'm finding I still have not recovered for whatever reason from back when it was dirty tech. So I don't know what's going on there.
That could just be a time thing. You know, I mean, it just one of the things you just kind of have to wait for. What I'm kind of interested in and what jumps to mind immediately is you've got some reasonably educated Sims going on here and people are burning down their houses still. So what's going on? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there an arsonist on the loose? Maybe.
I know, yeah. Well, what city could be producing criminals at such a rapid rate? I don't know.
Yeah, gee, I wonder. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Know what
Certainly
I mean?
They're not coming over from Moneyhole, you know, getting broke at one of my casinos and deciding to come across the highway there. Look at that journey they have to make, though, too. Look at that. What is that? Easily like 1/10 of a mile that they got to drive to get from my city into yours?
Yeah, and I love how I can see your airport in the back there. And, like, if you scroll, you know, if I scroll just to the right a little bit, like, my airport's, like, you know, not even a mile away. Like, take a flight.
Or throw a rock, you know.
Right.
Either way, your message will get there. You know, no problem. You want to get over there? No problem. Yeah, that's the shortest flight ever right there. That's like the freaking Cincinnati to Columbus hop, right?
Right.
On Delta or something. I don't know. I've heard that one short.
See, here it is again. More fires. What's going on? People just love to barbecue, apparently.
I guess they're turning up their ovens and stuff, man. That's just the way it is. But
oh yeah, let's send 1,900 fire trucks. Finally.
yeah, see, that's still, I don't know. That still bothers me, man. As we've said before, we still see those service vehicles still bunch up, and
yeah,
kind of drives me crazy. I saw one. I saw this cluster of even mass transit vehicles. There was like 12 of them, at one point in my city, and I was like, oh, come on, guys, we can work this out, can't we? And sometimes when you just back out and come back in, it fixes that stuff. But still, as we've said, better than it used to be for sure, but still the occasional hiccup. But I don't know. I'm finding as we go through this playthrough, like I'm to be really impressed as a whole, with tourism and gambling here as we flip over to my city. I was expecting it to be a little harder, I guess, to maintain, and to really make money. But it seems like it's not that bad, I mean, it's just as long as you do that planning from the beginning, you plan your streets well and you incorporate a lot of mass transit and just make sure that you're ready for it, then it seems like it goes okay. So, but
yeah, it's interesting.
Anyway, you see, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and put in my Sleek Casino here.
Ooh, my personal favorite.
I do like this one, and I'm a real big fan of this one since I boofed it up really hard and decided to build a gaming division instead of a lodging division on my gambling HQ for my first build. So I got that poker parlor and stuff that I wanted to be able to utilize, and that meant going ahead and building this casino. So figured we'd go ahead and do it.
Something interesting too, hopefully you unlock the second, like another unlock for that, because really what you want, I think this casino is more geared for medium wealth, and you place like low wealth lodging, so you're really not going to get as much of a benefit from that until you're able to actually expand your lodging. The gaming section is awesome though, so I mean, yeah, it kind of sucked that you placed that early, but on the other hand, that also allowed you to place those games, because if you wouldn't have placed the gambling division or the gaming division, you wouldn't have been able to put down the poker parlor and the craps parlor, and then that casino wouldn't really be producing any money. So I don't know. It's kind of a catch-22, really.
Yeah, it's a switch. I mean, it's kind of, you can go either way on it. I mean, I think it was definitely a good idea to go ahead and put that one down rather than, say, building another sci-fi casino or gambling house or whatever. To go ahead and utilize those extra, buildings, those modules that I could put on because of the gaming division. But I am definitely missing the lodging one, and I do actually go ahead and unlock that a little bit later, and I think I even do end up bulldozing one of those small or one of the low-income, lodging areas. Yeah. And I go ahead and put a medium on there to try and, give some of those people a place to stay too, and that helps, So yeah, we'll see that a little bit later. And here, though, obviously just kind of trying to stay on top of the police situation. Try and keep those arsonists from running over to your city.
81 criminals per day. You know what you guys need in this city? Some schools.
Yeah, no doubt. Seriously. Well, I mean, won't some of my guys go over to your city?
Bugged. It doesn't work.
Yeah, see, I wish they would do that. But,
Insert devious comment here.
Yeah, no doubt, right? But, yeah, I have thought about that because actually I think it even pops up at the towards the end of this session here. I was bulldozing a couple of buildings that had gone abandoned, and one of them had gone abandoned strictly because they said they couldn't go to school. Yeah. So they're, go to school, and they couldn't do it. So they left. And you know what? I'm like, people don't live in Vegas to get educated.
All right. Your boat ride there.
What's that?
Your boats, you circled it. You have like 170-minute wait time for like all two of those people.
Yeah, I know. I was real happy with that. And if you saw my my passengers per day on the planes, was rocking at 60. So I was like,
I'm pulling in like 900 people. You know what else I saw is your trains. You're only using like 7,000 people. I think in the next segment, if you might show me looking at mine, I have 31,000 people. Actually, more than that. I'm sorry. That's only at one of my train stations. I have 2 train stops. The second one has 11,000 people. So that's like 42,000 people riding trains to my city every day.
That's crazy sauce. Yeah, I mean, I decided to go ahead and put some more passenger stations or passenger, arrival ports there. Terminals.
Runways?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
terminals. Yeah, I was like, where is my brain? I can't think of... Like, I need the word that says when the people will go to the airport. Yes, passenger terminals to try and, see if I could bolster some tourism into my city in and out, specifically with the medium and high wealth guys, because especially with the Sleep Casino there, and eventually when I do get the lodging division, I think I'll go ahead and put a penthouse on the Sci-Fi Casino to try and draw in some of those high wealth guys.
Yeah, nice.
And, so I want to give that a chance. I really don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever built a successful airport ever. Like one where it just brings in just thousands and thousands and thousands of people like you'd expect it to.
Yeah.
I mean, hands down, my most, successful mass transit system is always buses and streetcars, period.
Yeah, those do well.
And then, yeah, planes. So now, up to 300. Yeah, it's going up. So
yeah, you're jumping.
Yeah, it's happening, but of course the wait time goes right into the crapper when that goes.
Which doesn't even make any sense because you have 4 flipping runways. Like, what do you want me to build, O'Hara? Devote half my city to runways? Like, get off me, bro.
Yeah, seriously, like, dude, it's not Atlanta. All right?
Yeah.
This ain't Chicago. This ain't, any of the big hub cities here. It's like, all we're trying to do is get a few people in and out. We can't build a bigger airport, and I certainly don't want to build another one because, I mean, look at all that land mass it takes up, right?
Yeah, no way. I'd rather build another casino and...
Yeah, exactly, which, that's exactly what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to plop it right there in the middle of my little strip, I think. I'm just going to park one right there, and that'll be it.
Actually, like, your layout's working pretty well for you. I mean, you got a little traffic, building up here, but, I mean, heck, you're approaching 130,000 people. That's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, yeah, since you noted that, the 6 minutes or so that we spent in your city before we flashed over to mine, as we now flash back to yours, I actually started that session with like 110,000.
Look at that. 49,000 people on the trains.
Oh my God. Seriously, yeah.
And 34,000 on the streetcars.
That's bananas, dude. Yeah, and you have like almost identical, population as I do too.
I know.
So
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, man. I mean, I know your city is obviously 100% dedicated to tourism, and I mean, that's your entire trade, but, gambling is a tourist function.
Right. They go together, typically.
Yeah, yeah. So you'd think that I would be, I'm not saying, as on par with tourism as you are, but shoot, it should be working together somewhat. And I know, I mean, they keep yelling at me in my city like, oh, build a tourist landmark. We'll bring in more people, and then, those people can gamble. Yeah, I know I could do that, but the whole premise here was to try to build 2 cities that played off of each other.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do in these Let's Plays, and we wanted to try and pair these two without, I mean, that'd be the same as, could you build a big fatty casino right in the center of your town? Probably.
Sure could.
Yeah, and it would probably function just fine. It wouldn't do anything for your traffic woes, that's for sure.
No, my traffic is pretty abysmal, but at this point in the game, I'm kind of stuck with the city I built, honestly. I mean, I can't really go bulldoze and stuff. I mean, I could, but I'm not trying to do that because, yeah, right there, I was clicking on the train station like, how many people are riding the train?
You're like, it's bananas. Oh, yeah, I mean, you could go demo happy and just, start blowing stuff up, but it's like, when your city reaches a certain stage, you're just kind of like, I want to try and make this work. What can I do? But
yeah,
I wish there was a way to make the internal mass transit kind of work better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it seems to me like when you get so many people on your buses and so many people on your streetcars, and the number's green, they're not waiting around forever. People aren't ticked. They're not riding. They aren't not riding the cars or not riding the buses because they have to wait forever or something. It's not like they're making that choice. So if that's the case, why aren't more of them riding? Why are the roads so packed as they are when there's all this beautiful mass transit available?
Yeah. Something I found out actually in this expo event is I looked at, I think I'm going to pull it up here in a second, so I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But besides, I actually start to make money like really quickly.
Yeah, no doubt, it's coming back. Well, you had that huge stream of taxis flowing in there too, which is always hilarious.
Yeah, I think that comes from the airport mostly.
That would make sense. I'd hope so. Either that or the highway, of course. But it's you do get a lot of draw. Wow, that meter is just going up like crazy quick.
Oh, yep, here I go. Take a look at these stats. Boom.
43,000 tourists a day.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And they're almost all medium wealth.
Wow.
I think I flipped to it, or maybe I looked at it off camera, but it was some insane amount of medium wealth tourists, like very low wealth, like virtually no high wealth, and like just buckets full of medium.
Just buckets and buckets and buckets. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I'm positive, and again, I don't know if I show it, but I know that I checked my population meter at one point, and it said I had 467 tourists in my city.
And I have 44,000.
Right, so a slight advantage to you on that, I think.
You're making a lot more money than I am, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, well, I don't know, though, dude, because granted, remember, you can run events, and I can't.
That's true.
You know, so, I mean, yeah, I might be making more money per hour, but, you know, once a day here, you're cracking out these events that are throwing, you know, 200, 300,000, you know, simoleons into the coffers. You know, that's worth something. You know, you're only a little bit behind me in, like, total simoleons, too, I think. Or we might be pretty even, so.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah, so, again, I mean, these cities are just working really, really well in tandem, and I'm glad to see that's possible with this. I mean, that's kind of the goal of this playthrough, and, you know, to see where we can go. I mean, I still want to build, like, one more, you know, the last casino that's sort of on the block, you know. I want to get that elegant one up and see if we can make it work, you know, because I remember dinking around with it right after launch, you know, and I think it was, well, didn't you try to build like a gambling city like right away, and you went after the sleek and the elegant, and they just turned into massive, massive pits of crap. You just couldn't keep them afloat.
Failed miserably.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to try to see if I can make that work. Because honestly, I was scared to death even to build the sleek. You know,
Really?
I thought it was just going to be the end of my city. Like, all right, well, I'm going to build this city and then watch all the money go away.
Look at that, 377,000.
Yeah, that's a good day.
Yeah,
that's
not
a
bad.
real good day.
I'm not complaining.
And then, and then immediately schedule another one. Here, do it again.
I'm like, oh, let's switch it up. Let's do a Legends of Rock concert.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too, as I recall. The Legends of Rock will pull them in. And there's all your trains coming in. I mean, yeah, your city is very, very, very well set up and working. And, you know, and yeah, like you said, you're going to have some traffic. I mean, you've popped up 20,000 population since we've been watching you in this segment right here. You know?
It's pretty crazy. I mean, and look at the traffic. Yeah, I don't even have to have the traffic overlay turned on. You can just see all the cars.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll just we'll flip back over to mine, and yeah, see, I'm up to, you know, 142, you know, or 141, you know, right around 140 on my population. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to climb up again real big for no reason. But happy days. There's my lodging division. I hit the mark that I need to. And you see there, I did end up putting the medium rooms on top of one of my my low ground rooms there, and I actually put a penthouse on top of the sci-fi casino as well, just to kind of see maybe that'll pull down some nice profit for me, you know. So that's the plan, and I'm really hoping that sleek casino ends up making mad bank, because as you can see there, the first day it cost me 20 grand just to keep the thing open.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things, though, like we've said before, you know, it just takes it a couple game days for it to really get utilized correctly. And as soon as you get them in there, man, you're gonna make tons of money.
Yep. Oh, actually, oh yeah, that's right. That I hadn't done the bulldoze yet, but yeah, there's the medium wealth rooms right there. That's right. Because I did the penthouse at first, and I just didn't have any medium, so I replaced that. I looked at that overlay before, and it was 0 on, you know, medium wealth lodgers. I was like, no, let's not have that. So I went ahead and replaced that. And as you can see, you know, 1 day difference, negative 19,525 on day 1, you know, up 75K on day 2, you know, so very, very, very successful casino already. And I'm really hoping that one helps. But yeah, look at all the building going on in the background right now.
Yeah, your commercial's going vertical. You're getting those nice high rises. I don't know if those are going to be motels or not, but it's good when they go vertical regardless.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know that it's just going to blow up. But, Yeah, there's my budget panel. I brought that up just to kind of take a peek at it, but down there at the bottom of city specialization, you can see that it fluctuates back and forth a little bit, but you can see that I'm making about, 2 times what I'm spending, I'm making it back again,
Yeah.
so definitely worth it, and it seems to be working, but this city probably, and your tourism city the same way, so dependent, on flow, on traffic. And as you'll see towards the end of the video here, I start having some issues with traffic myself. Take a look at my per hour money right now.
34,000. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is excellent, and I was so happy with that, but that's going to drop by about 10,000 in the next, few minutes here, just because my population goes so bananas. Look at that. Huge jump just right there. It was like 140 not like 90 seconds ago, and we're hitting 160 here in just a second. So pretty nuts, and as and if any of you guys been watching our Let's Plays in the past, I normally operated about 100,000 less people than this. That's my comfort zone, and I was having a little trouble with fire protection, and
I actually went over and sent you some of mine, but it kind of works sometimes, maybe.
It seems like it definitely helps, but it's almost more so at the beginning. And of course, traffic is also a concern too. If we got traffic problems, in your city or in my city, especially if there's backup onto the highway, then that's a problem. So in that sense, sometimes it's good to just kind of set up another one of your, service areas, stations like that, like fire, police, or medical, and put a couple of them in your city. So here, I'd remembered, since you said that I had never sent you some of this stuff from my city. I was feeding you completely from the feed barn city.
Ah, okay.
I hadn't done that on this one yet. So.
I forgot to do that in a previous video as well. I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, but
I had like all those service vehicles I wasn't sending you.
Yeah, I mean, I had the cops covering you pretty well, but nothing else. I just totally forgot to do this. And again, guys, if we haven't pounded it into your heads enough, definitely share your service vehicles. There's no penalty for doing it. You don't lose any coverage in your city whatsoever. And it does nothing but make you money and help out your neighbors, so absolutely do that. There's just no reason not to. So
yeah, I was sending you a helicopter as well, and they're really fast when they deploy, but I don't know how actually effective they are at fighting fires. I mean, they're supposed to fight fires, but I don't know. It seems kind of hit or miss to me.
That'll be interesting. I'll be on the lookout for that actually in the next video too, just because I didn't see one this time around, but it could just be, a sync up thing or whatever. But I was considering building the police helicopter and sharing that with you as well. So hopefully catch that arsonist or whatever that I'm sending your way.
No doubt.
So, but, and I guess, yeah, about another minute here or so, guys, and we'll be wrapping this one up. But we just wanted to show you guys where we were, getting a little bit bigger in our population than we have in the past. Certainly me. I know Vendetta likes to operate in these crazy, nice six-figure environments, but I get a little skittish. But
oh, your mass transit is abysmal.
Yeah.
It's like they're just like, stop riding it.
Yeah, that's the crazy. So again, I'll be really interested to see what happens in the next video. And as you can see, look, my income dropping. And it keeps going here a little bit, but nothing terrible, but it is still a factor. So I'll have to deal with that, and I'll be very interested to see how it goes here in the next segment. So guys, stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, we're going to be, pushing out some more info on this and looking for a couple of other topics for you as well in the coming weeks. If you haven't seen it, I guess Terraria 1.2 is looking like it's going to hit in July. And then Starbound, obviously, whenever Starbound's done, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for that, guys. We'll get you some more content. And, of course, let us know what you think. Drop us a line on Twitter. Leave us a comment. And sounds good. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot.